want to win the game. They won the game. I think they played a great game. Congratulations to Rutgers, but now it's on to University of Massachusetts. I'm already thinking about them. I can't wait to play them. But, it's a loss. It's a loss. And I think we can play with them, but we didn't win. I want to win.
Everything he has ever done is to make himself just a tiny bit better.
Coaches obviously lead the program, right? But it's also very important that you have, amongst your peers, guys that sort of set a tone.
I don't know that our program would have had the same intensity, even with the same coaches who were like-minded.
Mark was the catalyst, and he just brought the juice and the energy every day.
I think anybody at this level, if you're gonna have any success at the college level, you gotta be able to, 0 to 10, you gotta be able to get to a 10, right? I had never seen anybody get to a 10.5 and stay there.
He became a workout warrior. There was nobody that worked harder than this guy.
There was a point in time for all the sort of core lifts. Mark owned every record at the University of Richmond.
Mark Megna's motor is legendary. I don't know where he gets it. I just don't know how a human being can push themselves to the wall and climb over it that fast.
Even on days where it was, 110 degrees, this guy was going 100 miles an hour. We're walkthroughs and he's 100 miles. I've never seen anything like that.
You got to remember, we're all 18 years old, 19 years old. It was rare for somebody our age to work that hard.
You know that feeling like the opening kickoff when you just want to get that first hit out, you just got that ball of it, juice and energy, and it's in you, and it's that first play, and you just got it. He was like that on play 82.
Mark is the type of person that you're not going to outwork him, and that he has that mindset, and he made his mind up, I believe, at a very early age that no one's going to outwork him.
In my life experience, not just my Richmond experience, I don't know if I've come across a guy who's worked harder.
And the thing is, he's a perfectionist. So he was gonna, if he did something wrong, and I'm the type of coach that will make you do it over till it's right, and Mark was gonna get it right. He was gonna get it right if it took him till midnight to do it.
But the way he worked absolutely made other people better, because you could not go half-assed with him, because if that happened, you'd be embarrassed.
You could not take a play off with Mark Megna being a part of your inside run or any of your drills, because if you were going to do that, you were going to get your ass kicked. And that's from somebody who was just watching.
You knew that every day, whether you wanted to be there or not, or whether anybody else wanted to be there, Mark was going to be the first guy in line. He was going to want to win every single drill. He was going to yell, he was going to scream, and he was going to bring the energy. And your option were you either go along with it or kind of disappear.
And it wasn't just him. Like it was kind of the group. Like that was the culture of the team at that time. It was like hard work was kind of how is what we base our program on.
Every day you're just trying to match it. Even if you couldn't get to where he was because it's so high, you had to try, you had to get there.
There's few people in the world I respect more from a work ethic standpoint than Mark Megna, because no challenge is too great for him.
What happens when you step over that line on the side? He said, I become a totally different person.
He had the ability to flip the switch.
And then it was like, as soon as he stepped across the white lines, like it was super Megna.
He was a different person on the field. Like Montgomery, he was an animal on the field.
Wow, what a nice guy he is. And then he put the helmet and shoulder pads on.
He was just another person. He was, the intensity level went up. He was an animal.
It was his world. Everybody loves football, but it was his world.
There were times Coach Reed would get him out, but you couldn't practice, couldn't get a playoff. That was the thing with Mark, because he went so hard all the time.
If, for whatever reason, he would go against Eric King, who was a terrific player, Eric Beatty, he would go against those, Joe Douglas. And if they ever, by chance were able to lock on him in one-on-one pass rush, oh man, that was brutal.
Mark hardly ever lost a one-on-one. I can't recall. And then if he did, the end of the world set in.
I was going against the best. He was the best in the league. He was the best the league had to offer. So the fact that I got to go against him in the scout team and, Bert Horsley and Jordan Takis, those guys going against Mark Megna and scout team just made us better.
But it was a war every day. It was a war every day.
The battles that our interior guys would have with him would just be every practice. I mean, you just knew it was going to be a long day.
When we were on the field, it was, I didn't want to lose to him. He didn't want to lose to me.
I can remember the look on King's face if he would beat Mark. He was quite proud of himself.
I've seen him and Eric King getting a couple of good tussles.
Walking back to the huddle and just being like, do you believe what he just did? You know what I mean? And just thinking like, okay, the next time we run that play, if he tries to do that again, this is what we're going to do.
And if a fight broke out, it wasn't going to be good. Mark not only could play good, I probably shouldn't say this, but he could fight good. So they didn't want any part of him.